The reason I applied for the Built for More program is because I was still looking for that same reason that I lost when I was in the Marine Corps and ended up getting medically discharged. My name is Frank Cancier. I'm currently a participant in the Built for More program. I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up after I got out of the Marine Corps, because I just didn't have that same, I don't know, drive, buy-in, or whatever it was as I did when I was a Marine, or active duty, right? So when I read the description and found out more about the program, I was out all in.
My name is Sean Gifford. I'm a fly fishing guide for Warriors in Quiet Waters. When I came here, I was suffering from a lot of survivor's guilt. I was angry. I'd go out into town. I'd wish people would start something. Like, I can't really articulate, like, it was just a shame and a guilt and an anger. And I found an outlet through fly fishing, and it was life-changing.
There it is. Nice.
At Warriors in Quiet Waters, we empower post-9/11 combat veterans and their loved ones to thrive and live purpose-driven lives through peak experiences in nature and evidence-based programs that foster growth, discovery, connection, and community. I'm Brian Gilman. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Warriors in Quiet Waters Foundation. What initially drew me to the mission is my own personal experiences in nature. I grew up here in Montana, spent my entire time growing up outdoors, and then once in the Marine Corps and more importantly once in combat, I felt when coming home from deployments, I really felt the draw to get home and get into the mountains, get on the water here in Montana, and it really gave me what I needed. And that's what really drew me to Warriors in Quiet Waters in the mission. So we went to work and evolved a program that was conceived first in 2007 as a week-long fly fishing experience for tragically wounded warriors coming out of the military medical center. Evolving that to a long-term fly fishing, archery hunting, and photography program that was going to drive meaningful change for the long term in veterans, and really working on those areas of personal development and growth that would enable them to thrive and live purpose-driven lives.
I didn't think I was able to change the way that I have. I needed to figure out how to exist again, really. That's exactly what the prescription of Built for More for me was, right? I wanted to figure that out and I couldn't for a long time, or just hadn't. I think that the programming when I first came in was kind of exactly what I needed. And so it's not just fly fishing, it's a redefining of your purpose and realizing that you can have that same intense purpose in other areas.
And that's what we built the Built for More program around, to build strength and to empower veterans to be ready to face the change and the transition that they're currently going through, to make them ready to grow beyond the trauma of their combat experiences and be ready to face whatever the world threw them going forward with a strong sense of identity, a sense of purpose, so that they can continue to make sure that their future was as meaningful as their past in the military.
If it wasn't for Warriors in Quiet Waters, I wouldn't be the husband and father I am to my wife and children. It refocused me. It gives me an outlet. You could have never told me 20 years ago that I'd be a fishing guide in Montana, But it's given my life back, post-service.
I think this is the first place I found peace. If it wasn't for Warriors in Quiet Waters and the many things that this place has done for me, I would most likely be a statistic at this point in my life. And if I wasn't, I wouldn't be doing nearly as well as I am right now.